Hi Capricorn, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is for week commencing the 16th of June. I hope you've had a fabulous week. And if you're in the UK, I hope you're enjoying this amazing weather. I am, but oh my gosh, it's so hot in this room. I think by the end of the readings, I'm going to be the colour of my t-shirt. Anyway, let's get on with your reading. There we go. We have your first daily crystal out. Bloodstone. Ooh, can't say I've got one of those. And then another one, please and thank you, for Capricorn. Nope. Yes. Turquoise. Okay, interesting. Now we've got prioritize your health with turquoise. And then bloodstone, get up, get moving. They want you to go to the gym, Capricorn. I'm joking. Seriously though, prioritize your health. There's something going on at the moment where maybe you know that I know for sure that I'm sitting on my bottom far too much, especially doing the readings. I used to be a really avid squash player for 20 plus years, and I snapped my Achilles a couple of years ago. And since then, I've piled on the weight. Anyway, it's not about me, but I'm just saying maybe it's something as simple as that. We need to get off our bottoms a little bit more. Right, and it says get moving, which makes perfect sense. Let's see what's going on with the tarot. So, dear spirit guides and angels, please join me in this reading for Capricorn and make it helpful, hopeful and healing. My voice is going again. Okay, focus please and thank you for Capricorn. Righty ho. Okay, interesting. Got 8 of Swords out in the upright is your focus, with the 9 of Pentacles in reverse. Your opportunity is, okay, we're coming out in 2s for Capricorn. Who else did that? I think that was Taurus, I think, or Gemini. I don't know. They kept coming out in 2s. Okay, you've got the Chariot is your opportunity with the 2 of Swords. Okay. Challenge, please and thank you for Capricorn. It's twice I've had to do that. They feel all like really disjointed at the moment. There we go. Thank you. Page of Swords is your challenge. What's bubbling under the surface though? Please and thank you. Strength card. And then advice, please and thank you, from the universe. Oh, King of Cups. Okay, 8 of Swords is your focus for next week. They want you to focus on something that you keep talking yourself out of, or you're putting yourself in a box about and thinking, I can't possibly achieve that. With the 9 of Pentacles in reverse, it's kind of telling me that you are, I don't know if you've gone into a different skill set, but you've changed something that's making you doubt your independent financial status. And you're feeling maybe financially a little bit pinched, because you're used to enjoying the fruits of your labour, but unfortunately something's going on that that is making you feel a little bit trapped. I don't know if you're waiting for a new career to come through or something, I'm not sure, but the message of the 8 of Swords though as a focus is saying, just take a look at how you're looking at things. Is it really, really as bad as that? Is it really, you know, are you looking realistic at this? Because if you can see she's looking in the mirror and what she's seeing in her reflection is somebody tied, you know, just feeling entrapped. But the reality of it is she has no ties. She's not trapped. It's just how she's seeing it. So maybe there's something about this loss of independent financial position is not going to be such a bad thing. Let's see. Now, there's an opportunity. Your opportunity is the Two of Swords, and it is, you can see, tearing you in two, if you like. There's two different aspects. It's like you've got the angel and the devil on your shoulder here. There's an opportunity for you to make a decision regarding this, but it's, you know, it's about going within and trusting your intuition also. Then you have the Chariot, and it's saying that you are in control of this, and you can, whatever this two different aspects are, you know, you've got the two horses there that are black and white, and you can overcome adversity, whatever this is. Right, I've got to tell you this. Okay. My best friend, one of my best friends is a Capricorn. Okay. Now, I start these readings at a different time every week because it depends on what I've got on. And every week, she messages me in her Capricorn reading. Now, I haven't heard from, this is Claire, by the way, from Claire Sentient Mind. I haven't heard from Claire for 2 or 3 days. And guess what? She just messaged me in the middle of her Capricorn reading. So anyway, I thought I'd just share that with you. How amazing is that? What synchronicity is that? Right, Page of Swords, your challenge. Isn't that amazing when things like that happen? It blows me away. Oh dear. In fact, when I just started the reading, I thought, I wonder if she does it, because I haven't heard from her for a while. She's done it. Page of Swords, here we go, is your challenge. Now this is, the challenge is you are maybe comparing apples with pears, as they say. You are not getting the full picture and the data and the communication about whatever this decision is. Now, you know in your subconscious that you do have the strength and the courage to deal with this. However, it is going to perhaps test your inner lion, if you like. Now, the King of Cups is the advice from the universe. And the King of Cups is all about letting out your emotions. Maybe that will help with this Eight of Swords. Because he's a king, he's a master of his suit, he's cups, he's a master of emotions. Now, he's been to the depths of the ocean and come back up. He's been there, done that, got the t-shirt, which is why he's sitting there quite confidently about how he looks at life, how he deals with emotions with him and others, because he's very experienced in it. And it's like the advice of the universe is talk to somebody, get it off your chest. Go and see a counsellor, maybe. Somebody that will, not necessarily a counsellor, but somebody who you can have a good old chat with to get it off your chest. Right, let's clarify with the Radiant Rider Waite. 8 of Swords and 9 of Pentacles. Okay, what's going on for Capricorn next week? That is clarified, yeah, by the 4 of Pentacles. And the 6 of Pentacles is very money, financial oriented, and that's what's tying you in knots. The 4 of Pentacles is about perhaps being a bit more resourceful with your money. Maybe you're going to have to rein it in a little bit. Be a bit more in control of the finances next week. But then you've got the 6 of Pentacles. And this is about what goes around comes around. It's a very karmic energy here. And it's almost like by saying, by reevaluating your money, you will perhaps realise that there is enough to go around. That is the, you know, the energy of the universe. Now, it doesn't mean to say that, you know, you've got to start spending your money, giving it out here, there, and everywhere. But it's like you can offer your time and energy to something in order to get something back. It's not about the actual physical money itself. And maybe that's what you're tying yourself in knots in about. Something's coming back round to you. If you've applied for a loan, maybe you're going to be hearing about that. But whatever it is balancing out for you. 4 of Pentacles is financial stability, but it can also mean that, you know, you might have to take a bit more control over the finances. Now, the 2 of Swords and the Chariot. clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. And the Chariot. Wow. So the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, look at this. This is a really financial for you. There's an opportunity for you to, I think, look at the long-term aspect of something and put plans in place, ready for the long term, rather than being quite spontaneous, that maybe you have been doing. Because the Knight of Pentacles, he's slow and steady wins the race. Nothing happens overnight with this guy. But with the Chariot, it's like a bit of an opposite energy there. Is that what you're torn between? Yeah, because you've got the Chariot again. Like, do you, make this, whatever this Two of Swords is, the Knight of Pentacles, he makes plans. It's about the long term here. It's an opportunity for you to look at things long term. Or do you just jump in the driving seat and go for it? Oh, let's do one more on that. What else is the choices here? Just one more, please, and thank you, for Capricorn. Got Judgment in reverse. Gosh, Judgment in reverse is about waiting. It's something you're waiting on before you can jump in the driving seat. And then it's like you're waiting. There's an opportunity for you. You're waiting for a sign. I don't know, whatever you're waiting for. But at the moment, with the Judgment in reverse, there's something telling me it's not the right time. And that perhaps slow and steady is what's winning the race for you. Gosh, does that make sense? Now the Page of Swords, yeah, is your challenge. And that is needing more information, waiting for more communication to come through first before you make a decision. Two of Wands. King of Cups again. Okay. The Fool. Gosh. I feel like you're literally on the brink of starting something new, but you're just waiting for one last bit of that jigsaw puzzle to go in. Because you've got the Two of Wands, and it's like, should I, shan't I? Yes, I need to go outside my comfort zone. Something about your normal routine is being broken up here. You've got the Fool. Something about starting again with that King of Cups. Now, the King of Cups can also, as a challenge, be just emotionally unsure about this. Ooh. Page of Swords also is about communication, and I feel like you're just waiting for somebody to give you the nod. And maybe that's that King of Cups. Maybe you're blocking out the emotional side of this. And that is a challenge, because they're wanting you to consider the emotional side as an advice card about your emotional stability about it too. Wow, this is a deep reading. Strength is bubbling away under the surface here. King of Cups as a challenge can also be somebody who is a bit up and down with their emotions. They can be suffer with depression. They can also be a heavy drinker, because that kind of goes sometimes hand in hand. Sometimes we need to, or people drink in order to show their emotions. I know that's not great, but I feel like there's something there also. Now, the Strength card. Why do we have the Strength card for Capricorn? What's bubbling under the surface here? The Sun, the Four of Swords. Oh, and the Devil. Well, the Devil is attributed to you, Capricorn, so there you are. You know that you want, maybe, there is that slight, devilish energy to you, Capricorn. You like to push the boundaries in a good way. Maybe that's why that's there. It's bubbling under the surface. It's like, yeah, there's something really adventurous here that I think deep down you want to do. And you're just waiting for that final piece of the puzzle to come in. You've got the Sun card, which is the most positive card in the deck. And in fact, there's 2 Leo cards of Leo here. So maybe there's a Leo also involved with this. And then we have the Four of Swords. And I think this represents, as it's bubbling under the surface, that perhaps this is what you're dreaming about. This is about, these are the downloads that you're getting from the universe. And you're just waiting for, as I say, a nod from somebody, that final piece of the puzzle. The King of Cups is the advice of the universe for you. King of Cups. I don't know. Are you thinking about going into more of a counselling role even? Let's have a look. Wow, the Hermit. Oof, that's deep. That is deep. There's a bit of, I don't know. I'm not an expert on shadow work, but this is what's coming across to me here also. Very deep emotional introspection is required. Yeah. Is that what you're waiting on? I don't know. Because you've got the Six of Swords also. And this is about moving away from stressful times into calmer shores, but it's with your emotions too. And the Hermit is here to say you need to go within and, yeah, maybe do a bit of shadow work. Look at how you react to things, and learn a bit more about ourselves. That's what happens with shadow work. And then you've got the Knight of Cups. Look at that. What a beautiful card. Now, the message of the Knight of Cups is be kind to yourself. Love yourself. Give yourself a break. It'll come round. I also see the Knight of Cups as my card of apology. Somebody giving you an apology for something, which then, for me, it just disintegrates everything that's gone on in the past. If somebody says sorry or shows some sort of remorse, then I forgive and forget. There's something there very deep for you, Capricorn. Anyway, let's have a look at your final message. These are the manifestation, the secret manifestation cards. For Capricorn, one final message. It says, see what you want as here and now. What are the most powerful words you can say for manifestation? It's here. So in other words, live in the here and now. Live in, what you want. Imagine how you would react if you had what you wanted, and live in that energy. Love this. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that, Capricorn. I'm now going to ring Claire and tell her what she's done again. Have a great week. Take care, and I'll see you all next week.